Demerara Harbour Bridge reopens and speedboat handed over to Mazaruni prison officials. Hello, welcome to InfoHub. It's Tuesday, September 3. We have lots to tell you today. We start with some good news. At 2 p.m. today, 4 hours ahead of schedule, the Demerara Harbour Bridge reopened to light vehicular traffic. InfoHub's cameras were there to catch the first wave of commuters to cross the bridge.
Following the incident that occurred early Monday morning, the Demerara Harbour Bridge is now officially open to light vehicular traffic, some 4 hours ahead of schedule. The bridge began accommodating traffic at 2 p.m. today, ahead of the 6 p.m. schedule that was given by the General Manager of Demerara Harbour Bridge, Ralston Adams. Minister of Public Infrastructure Honorable David Patterson made the announcement on NCN Radio.
So I'm pleased to say that we've actually completed all the repairs to the bridge. There's still work to be done with the question of getting the alignment right and those things like that, but all the structural repairs to the bridge has been completed.
Early bird travelers at the Peters Hall entrance to the bridge were overjoyed that things were finally back to normal.
The mere fact that it's in operation, I mean, it eases my commute. So.
Well, it's the best means of transportation for me. It's more safer and it's less time consuming because I don't live far over. And it will make my life much better.
Well, it's far easier than have to catch a boat.
Commuters have been using the speedboat service at Vredenhoop in order to travel to Georgetown. Boating service was extended to 10 p.m. on Monday evening to facilitate travelers that have been inconvenienced. Ayana George is on the other end of the bridge and continues this report.
Thank you, Shaquille. Several commuters expressed their satisfaction and believe that good management restored things back to normal at the Demerara Harbour Bridge.
They did it fast, yeah. And, well, we have to accept they work hard to help out everybody in this situation. We must thank them for whatever they done.
This is the main source from the east to the west and from the west to the east. And after this bridge breakdown, I know the punishment was got through over here. So now that the bridge is functioning, at least for certain categories of vehicles, I feel good about it.
From the western side of the Demerara Harbour Bridge for InfoHub, I'm Ayana George.
The capacity of the Mazaruni prison to transport prisoners in the event of an emergency has been boosted with the addition of a speedboat.
The boat was constructed by the Guyana National Industrial Company, GNIC, and has the capacity to transport a maximum of 14 persons. Director of Prisons, Gladwin Samuels, said that with the expansion of the prisons, the need for emergency response will increase.
So because the first phase of Mazaruni prison expansion is going to be completed before the end of the year, which would see an additional 200 prisons going to that facility, it is only necessary that we ensure that we plan ahead and ensure that all the necessary resources are in place.
The addition of the boat, he said, will also help in the transport of high-profile prisoners.
There are times as well when we have high-profile prisoners to escort to the hospital, who we would like to do so as quickly as possible. Many times we are supported by the Guyana Police Force and, if necessary, the military. So there's a need for us to be on par with them in terms of our river assets.
In 2017, the ML Troy W was commissioned and handed over to the Guyana Prison Service. Isaiah Braffett for InfoHub.
Over 100 persons participated in an emergency response training organized by ExxonMobil Guyana as part of its continued effort to prepare for the unlikely event of an oil spill.
The participants, drawn from ExxonMobil Guyana and several government agencies, were guided by the members of the company's regional response team. ExxonMobil Guyana production manager Mike Ryan said the training was to equip the local response team in the eventuality of an accident occurring.
We plan for the worst, right? We've designed our facilities to make sure that the oil remains where it's supposed to be, in the pipes and the tanks, but we train really hard. We practice really hard that in the unlikely event that something happens, we're ready to go.
Director General of the Civil Defense Commission, Lieutenant Colonel Kester Craig, said the training complemented Guyana's national response plan.
And definitely you're able to now review your plans before something happens, because you may be missing items, you may be missing parts, and definitely the exercise would help you to put those things together. You cannot wait until you have an event then to really test your plan.
So emergency response training is one of several exercises already hosted for the year. Isaiah Braffett for InfoHub.
Immunization efforts have been intensified, especially in regions sharing borders with Venezuela.
The immunization of the Venezuelan migrants upon entry in Guyana is the first step to protecting the local population from diseases and infections. This is according to Orbin Domingo, a community health worker attached to the Whitewater Health Post in Region 1.
The service provided for the Venezuelans, like we give them immunization. We immunize them because that's the first thing, and which is very important. As soon as they enter, we try to get them, capture them, and find out their immunization status. Some of them have the Venezuelan card, but some don't have it, so we give them their vaccines.
Domingo said that the Whitewater Health Post is one of the first healthcare facilities that migrants stop at upon crossing into Guyana. Though the facility is equipped to render adequate primary healthcare services, he noted that there are some language barriers.
Number one, language barrier. Most of them is Spanish or Waro from the indigenous tribe. And I know a little bit of Waro, so I can say things like Baukaya, that's like hello, good morning. Like Katukit is like how you doing. I can say like what's your name, Katukan Hiwai, that's what's your name in Waro. But like when they start talking back to me, it's a problem. I can't understand them, and I doubt whether they could understand me good too. So
despite this challenge, the health post staff works closely with border control officers to ensure that migrants entering the country during off-peak hours are immunized. For InfoHub, Delicia Haynes.
Still to come, Education Month officially launched and University of Guyana opens for academic year 2019 to 2020. Details of these after the break.
Are you ready to embark on a truly epic adventure to an undiscovered corner of South America, where some of the most spectacular natural attractions are unveiled within a beautifully diverse landscape? From the wetlands and savannas to the ancient mountains, magnificent waterways and lush enriching rainforest would provide a vast playground for some of the most exotic and breathtaking creatures on the planet, including many of the world's giant species. This untouched land of mystery and wonder serves up an exclusive experience for travelers. So are you ready for a new, awe-inspiring adventure? Welcome back to nature. Welcome to Guyana.
Thanks for staying with us. Minister of Education, the Honorable Dr. Nicolette Henry, says the $52.2 billion budgetary allocation indicates the government's commitment to investing in the future of Guyana as Education Month is officially launched.
This investment in education is critical and crucial to the development of this nation. It was John Dewey who stated that education is not preparation for life, education is life itself.
Minister Henry was at the time speaking at the official launch of Education Month. She reiterated the government's commitment to creating an educated nation.
I cannot have a session without recognizing and re-emphasizing the government's commitment and its continuous efforts to support, prepare and train our teachers to deliver excellence in the classroom.
Chief Education Officer Dr. Marcel Hudson said that the 2019 launch marks the beginning of another chapter in the history of Ghana's education system.
Today we are indeed here to recognize what we have done in education and what we'll continue to do by celebrating Education Month.
Education Month is observed annually in September, and this year's theme is Education, the Key to National Development. Felicia Valenzuela, InfoHub.
Students entering the University of Guyana for the first time have been welcomed into the institution and encouraged to participate in every aspect of university life. Following the ceremonial opening for the academic year 2019 to 2020, some students shared their thoughts with InfoHub.
With the long-term goal of becoming a lawyer, Buxtonian Abiki Lewis will begin her journey by pursuing a bachelor in sociology.
I'm so glad that I took the time out and come and enjoy and experience this lovely university lifestyle, get to be of higher heights, to elevate myself and not to be a part of all of this loveliness. And I'm excited, I'm nervous, everything. It's beautiful, it's wonderful.
From Region 10, Karen Hodge is chasing her passion of helping others by pursuing studies in social work.
I would love to, help people and help children.
With diplomatic dreams, Sharon Thomas is entering the International Relations course.
I'm interested in the government, and in the future I want to further my education as in to become a diplomat.
These students are a mere fraction of the approximately 4,000 new enrollments at the University of Ghana this year. The largest intake to date, says Registrar Dr. Nigel Grizandi. As she delivered the feature address at the official welcome ceremony for academic year 2019-2020, Deputy Vice-Chancellor Philanthropy Professor Palum Mohammed cautioned students to understand the importance of their grade point average GPA, as this, she says, will set them apart and give them more opportunities in the future.
Everybody is going to get a first degree eventually. So if you really want to keep climbing and you want to be distinguished, you need to think about how else you're going to move forward. And the GPA is really important to that.
GPA grading in education is the process of applying standardized measurements of varying levels of achievement in a course. The GPA is not only a reflection of one's academic capabilities, but also a person's commitment, perseverance, and time management skills. Felicia Valenzuela, InfoHub.
21 individuals and groups were honored on Saturday evening for their outstanding advocacy and voluntary work at the 5th Annual National Youth Awards.
Delivering their feature remarks, Minister of Social Cohesion, Honorable Dr. George Norton, called on the awardees to continue being role models for others and trailblazing agents pushing for positive change in today's society.
You have demonstrated noble traits in your quest to improve the lives of those around you, whether in the area of volunteerism, arts, agriculture, youth entrepreneurship, or technology. Guyana is immensely grateful for your efforts. And this award being conferred upon you this evening is the government's way of saying thank you so much.
The minister also congratulated the lucky recipients of the 40 grants allocated under the Youth Innovation Project of Guyana.
We recognize that oftentimes it is difficult to secure support, especially financial, for undertakings that may not necessarily be considered typical. But as a government, your government, we understand the importance of encouraging a pioneering spirit among our young people.
Minister Norton said these grants are necessary to enable young people to continue to think outside the box. Meanwhile, Acting Director of Youth, Leslyn Boyce, emphasized the need for an initiative such as the National Youth Awards to acknowledge outstanding individuals and organizations.
We believe that young people are a valuable asset to any country, and investing in them brings tremendous social and economic benefit.
The National Youth Awards primarily rewards individuals between the ages of 14 to 35. In addition to existing organizations making a difference in the lives of citizens and communities through voluntary work in the areas of sports, arts, volunteerism, youth entrepreneurship, and agriculture. Neil Damon, InfoHub.
Here's a reminder to check our Facebook and Instagram pages as we bring you more stories covering the observances of Indigenous Heritage Month and Education Month. That's all for today. Connect with us on WhatsApp, Facebook, and YouTube. Much more news is on our website, dpi.gov.gy, and pop over to Instagram for the latest photo updates at DPI Guyana. Your bridge and weather reports are up next. Goodbye for now.